industry, we are the #1 largest, chit fund company. And why we say we are best is because the kind of express payments that is being made by Margadarsi Chit Fund, where most members, more than 50%, are getting payment within 10 to 15 days, whereas our competitors will only start the process after 30 days, whereas we have already disbursed 75% of the payments within 30 days, and the balance 20-25% also doesn't happen because of the subscriber failing to submit adequate security, which is required for the future liability that's being created by the price subscriber. In any financial services company in the world, it's got to go very stable and consistent. It's a kind of consolidated mode that we've been operating. So in the last 26 years, the growth has been about 29 times, and we add about 4 to 5 branches depending on the potentiality of the place and the availability of the manpower, because we believe in growing our own managers rather than hiring them. So it's a very steady kind of a growth. We grow at about 10% per annum. It's like I'm not in the habit of applying for any awards or rewards, but I've received plenty of them from the state government, and a lot of very Times Group, Indian Express Group, all of them have featured me in their coffee table books, and a lot of awards from Telugu Association of North America. I've been appreciated from my college, PhD College of Technology. So a lot of them, probably about 50 of them that I have received so far. Chit fund industry is an age-old industry. It is should be treated like part of our heritage. When banks were not, banking industry was not as strong as it is now. Nowadays we have NBFCs, but all along it has been the chit fund culture in the Indians, which has been like a backbone of the economy. It is a mutually beneficial concept where people help people. So nowadays the fintech companies that are coming are also a model that has derived from chit funds, where even in fintechs, there are depositors and there are borrowers. Chit fund also is similar. So Margadarsi Chit Fund is a registered chit fund company, and registered chit fund companies are safe to invest. The very fact that we are 56-year-old, and there are also companies in this industry which are more than 75 years, 100 years old companies are still existing, because we study our members carefully. We know the financial potential of a person who we are dealing with. We understand the family background, we understand what kind of income source they have, what are the multiple properties that they have, and how is it that they are going to ensure regular payments, so that they do not default. Because we go into so much of details about the subscribers, and we are very sure that this person is suitable for a 5 lakh or a 1 crore chit. That is how we are able to do very well. In the sense our write-offs that we do, the bad debt written off is as low as 0.16, which is the best you can say for a financial institution. So chit funds act like benefit funds, necessary funds, and retirement fund, emergency fund. So we always tell that one should join in chits the moment he or she starts earning. Even if not in the first few years, at least from 30 years on, you should start investing in chits, because it's a very unique concept wherein you invest less amount and sometimes you can borrow much larger amounts. You've just put in 1 lakh, you can get to borrow something like even 20 lakhs, depending on the chit value that you have joined. This is what makes it very unique. It is a borrowing and saving concept. And this brings in financial discipline in a person, because once you're committed for a tenure of 30 to 50 months, month on month you have to shell down this money, by which you are ensuring your future is safe and secure. With little planning and with little very easy installments plan, you can accumulate good wealth in a chit fund instrument. This is the best part, and the moment you're planned and you know what your future is, next 10 years what is going to be your commitments, next 20 years what is going to be your commitments. So you're thinking ahead, which means you're well planned. So you plan your finances well, you keep aside this money for futures requirements, because of which you're paying a very low cost of interest. And believe me, in chit fund, that is the greatest benefit, when you plan well in advance. So when you can reduce your interest cost, that itself creates more earnings for you. That itself is a bigger saving amount and bigger wealth creator.